Welcome to the planning briefing for May 14th from the National Weather Service in Missoula. Let's begin by taking a look at the key impacts we're expecting to see this next week or so. This weekend we'll see a return of warmer weather. Highs will reach into the mid-70s. Sunday will be the warmest day of the weekend. A cold front will come into the region late Sunday, and that will bring a return of shower and thunderstorm activity across much of the area. We will see a rise in small streams and main stem rivers next week as a very wet and cold weather pattern takes hold. Here's a look at the current satellite imagery this morning across the western U.S. and Pacific Ocean. What I really want to draw your attention to is this area of large low pressure south of Alaska. This is the main weather player that's going to come into effect late Sunday as this cold front, you can see here on satellite, moves into the Northern Rockies. Another aspect to look out for is the potential for some heavy wet snowfall Thursday night into Friday morning with the current weather system that's pushing in this afternoon. Southwest Montana and Lemhi County could see some snow return to the higher elevations. Here we have a lost TrailPass where you can see some minor snowfall accumulations Friday morning. The snow levels are a bit uncertain at this time. The snow levels really will depend on how heavy the precipitation is, and some guidance is showing some potentially accumulating snow for areas like Georgetown Lake and Homestake Pass if those snow levels do trend a bit lower. Transitioning to, here's a graphic of this weekend, taking a look at the high temperatures we have for Saturday. This will be a fairly warm and dry period, especially compared to the rest of the days in the next 7 days. Here we're looking at a time series of precipitation, this chart on the top, and relative humidity, this bottom chart. And what really stands out here is we have a dry period Saturday and Sunday followed by a very wet and cool period Monday through Thursday next week. You can see it pretty much Monday through Thursday we're seeing accumulating precipitation every day of the week with much higher relative humidities. With all this precipitation that's coming into the area next week, we will see a rise to many of the small streams and larger main stem rivers. Some of the rivers could reach bankful and potentially even spill over the banks. So this is something we'll have to keep a closer eye on and track what the trends are as we get closer to this event. But the main message is rivers will be rising, and this will potentially cause some issues. One of the biggest player with this rise in rivers and streams will be how much precipitation does end up falling. And what we're showing here is two different solutions from the models. One model solution really wants to bring the heaviest precipitation and focus it across north central Idaho, where you can see these darker blues and light blue colors, even extending a little bit up into northwest Montana here. However, one of the other model solutions is showing the bulk of precipitation further south and east across Lemhi County and into southwest Montana. So while we have increasing confidence there will be a significant precipitation event, we don't really know where the focus of precipitation will be. As you can imagine, this will have a big effect on what rivers do see the biggest rise and potential impacts. To finish things off, here's a look at the weather threat matrix we'll see through Tuesday. Main area concern will be late Sunday as that cold front moves across the region. We will see a return of some thunderstorm activity, and we could also see some breezy winds across southwest Montana Sunday afternoon as well. Thank you for joining us for today's briefing. As always, please feel free to give us a call if you have any additional questions. Have a great weekend.